NASCAR fans, something serious might be brewing for Shane Van Gisbergen, and honestly, it's not the kind of conversation many fans expected to be having this early in the season. Because right now, one track continues to haunt him in a way nobody really predicted. Phoenix Raceway. Yeah, the very same Phoenix track where NASCAR legends have built championship moments might actually be turning into one of the biggest obstacles in Shane Van Gisbergen's NASCAR journey. And after his latest comments about this track, fans are starting to realize something that could become a real storyline this season. The struggles at Phoenix might be deeper than we originally thought, because when a driver of SVG's talent openly admits a track is causing problems, that usually means there's a serious challenge behind the scenes. And now the big question everyone is asking is simple. Can Shane Van Gisbergen finally figure out Phoenix, or will this track continue to expose a weakness in his NASCAR transition? But before we break this whole story down, if you're a real NASCAR fan who loves staying updated with the biggest NASCAR stories, controversies, and race drama, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support honestly helps the channel grow, and every single like and subscription motivates me to keep bringing you the latest NASCAR updates. Now let's get into what's really going on. Coming into this season, expectations around Shane Van Gisbergen have been extremely high. And honestly, it's not hard to understand why. Before coming to NASCAR, SVG built an incredible reputation in the world of motorsports. As a multiple-time champion in the Australian Supercars series, he became known for his aggressive driving style, his incredible racecraft, and his ability to adapt quickly to difficult racing situations. Then came the moment that shocked the NASCAR world, his stunning victory in the Chicago street race. In his very first NASCAR Cup Series start, Shane Van Gisbergen managed to do something almost nobody expected. He didn't just compete, he dominated. That win instantly turned him into one of the most talked-about drivers entering NASCAR. Fans started wondering if this international superstar could become one of the next big names in the sport. But as many drivers quickly discover, NASCAR isn't just about raw talent. It's about mastering an incredibly diverse schedule of tracks. And that's where the real challenge begins. While Shane Van Gisbergen has shown incredible speed on road courses, oval racing is an entirely different world. And few tracks highlight that difference more clearly than Phoenix Raceway. At first glance, Phoenix might look simple. It's a 1-mile oval in the Arizona desert. But in reality, it's one of the most technical tracks on the NASCAR schedule. Drivers have to manage multiple racing lines, deal with tricky braking zones, and constantly adjust their car through corners that demand perfect balance. One small mistake entering the corner can ruin your entire lap. And if the car setup isn't just right, drivers can struggle for an entire race. That's why many experienced NASCAR drivers say Phoenix takes years to fully understand. Recently, Shane Van Gisbergen opened up about his struggles with Phoenix Raceway, and what stood out to many fans was just how honest he was about the challenge. Instead of pretending everything was fine, he admitted that Phoenix has been one of the toughest tracks for him to adapt to. The braking points feel different from what he's used to, the rhythm of the track is unfamiliar, and the overall driving style required to succeed there is something he's still learning. For a driver who has spent most of his career mastering road courses and street circuits, that adjustment isn't always easy. And honestly, many NASCAR veterans would probably say the same thing. Phoenix is simply a difficult place to master. Another important factor here is experience. Many of the drivers Shane Van Gisbergen is competing against have spent years racing at Phoenix. Drivers like Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, and Joey Logano have countless laps of experience on this track. They understand how the surface changes throughout a race. They know exactly where to push the car and where to save their tires. And most importantly, they know how the racing line evolves as the track conditions change. For someone still learning the nuances of oval racing in NASCAR, competing against that level of experience is a huge challenge. That's why the upcoming race at Phoenix could be more important than people realize. It's not just another race on the schedule, it's an opportunity. If Shane Van Gisbergen can show real improvement at Phoenix, it would send a strong message to the entire NASCAR field. It would prove that he's adapting quickly, that he's learning the oval racing side of NASCAR faster than many people expected. But if the struggles continue, critics might start raising tougher questions. Is SVG only a road course specialist? Or can he truly become a complete NASCAR driver capable of competing on every type of track? As expected, NASCAR fans have already started debating this topic online. Some fans believe this is simply part of the learning curve. After all, transitioning into NASCAR's unique style of racing takes time. Even some of the greatest drivers in the sport needed years before they fully mastered every track on the schedule. Others, however, are watching closely to see whether Phoenix becomes a recurring issue for Shane Van Gisbergen. Because in NASCAR, weaknesses rarely stay hidden for long. If a driver struggles consistently at a certain type of track, competitors eventually learn how to take advantage of it. And that's why this storyline is starting to attract attention. But it's important to remember something here. Shane Van Gisbergen is still early in his NASCAR journey. Learning how to handle heavy stock cars on oval tracks is completely different from the racing background he came from. The braking techniques are different. The corner entry speeds are different. Even the way drivers manage their tires over long green flag runs is different. So the fact that he's still adapting shouldn't be surprising. In fact, the most encouraging part of this entire story might be his attitude. By openly acknowledging his struggles, SVG is showing that he understands exactly where he needs to improve. And that kind of awareness is often what helps great drivers become even better. So now the spotlight turns to Phoenix Raceway once again. Can Shane Van Gisbergen finally start solving the puzzle that this track presents? Or will Phoenix continue to be the one place where his NASCAR transition faces its toughest test? One thing is certain, all eyes will be on SVG this weekend. Because if he manages to conquer Phoenix, it could be a huge turning point in his NASCAR career. But if the struggles continue, those Phoenix demons might not be going away anytime soon. And that could make the rest of the season even more interesting to watch. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with the latest NASCAR news, driver reactions, and race drama, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Shane Van Gisbergen will finally overcome his struggles at Phoenix Raceway, or will this track continue to be a major challenge for him this season? I read your comments, so drop your prediction below.